Well, this is take two because I recorded this before, and I guess I was so tired that I forgot to save it. So I got to do it all over again. Well, okay, let's see if I can remember anything I said. Okay, hold on. This is like 2 days later, I think. Yeah. All right. Hello, KCFFL League. This is your 2012 draft recap. So we did the draft at Salty Iguana. It seemed to be all right. Maybe next year we'll see if Johnny's will be more accommodating. Um, I guess the place I was hoping to do it next year does not have Wi-Fi, so we'll have to find something. But this is your draft recap. Who will finish first? Will I be in first? I'm typically good at doing this. I think I might keep it that way. Well, let's just look. We're going to go the rankings by division. I'll do them by division, who the best team is, and then who I think the overall best team is. So, let's get started. In the Sporting KC division, trailing at the bottom, we have the Big Red Loser. Mike, I have you in the cellar just like your Huskers will be in the cellar. And I don't know why you seem so frustrated through the whole draft, man. I don't understand what your deal was. You just seem like so frustrated. But the reason why I got you last is you got maybe a great player, a good player at each position, but not really two of each position. You got Cam Newton and you got Ahmad Bradshaw, Reggie Bush, Stephen Ridley. They'll get you some points. For receivers, Wes Welker. He can't. Can he repeat 3 years in a row? Is he going to be that good every single year he plays? Steve Johnson, who had a dismal year, he is due for a bounce back. Can he do it? Justin Blackman might be a stud. We'll see. And then you got your Husker. I think you're more focused on getting your Huskers than you were focused on getting a good team. You got a decent team, just not a great team. Your stupid Lions and your Alex Henry and your Roy Halou. Yeah, that ain't going to cut it. So you're number 4. Deal with it. So let's keep it in the family. Donkey. Got you at number 3. And while I'm talking about the donkey, since this is the next day, the donkey had Matt Stafford as his quarterback, which wasn't too shabby. But I guess a little sentimental feeling came in because the Hawkeyes made a trade offer and you took it. So now you have Peyton Manning as your quarterback. I hope that works. I hope he's healthy. We will never know. So you got Peyton Manning now. You got Frank Gore, DeMarco Murray, and you also now have Sean Green because you traded Ben Tate to the Hawkeyes too. Your receivers are Brandon Marshall, pretty nice. AJ Green now because you traded Mike Wallace. So let's just recap that trade. You got Peyton Manning, Sean Green, and AJ Green, and you gave him Matt Stafford, Ben Tate, and Mike Wallace. I'm kind of gonna say the running back and receiver are pretty much a wash. And so you basically gave him Peyton. You got Peyton Manning, and you gave him Matt Stafford. I would have to say you gave him a lot there. Just saying. If you love Peyton Manning so much, you should have went after 2 running backs in the first round or something like that. But more power to you. You got what you like, and that's all that matters. So anyway, you got the Ravens defense and TG, Tony Gonzalez. Not a horrible team, but an older team. I mean, Eli or Peyton's old, and Tony Gonzalez is old. The Ravens defense is getting really old. Number 3, Pink Taco Pluggers. You know, you were really tired, and you looked tired in the draft from doing that awesome race of yours. But your team isn't horrible. It's not too bad if Ryan Matthews is healthy. You got Vic, Ryan Matthews, and Ronnie Brown, LaShawn McCoy, and Jaquez Rogers might pan out. So basically, right now, we'll say you got 2 running backs. Your receivers, though, are pretty cool. You got Julio Jones, Brandon Lloyd, and Jeremy Maclin. Not too shabby. And you got Harry Douglas, I guess, what is a handcuff to Julio? It's not a bad idea. But your Chiefs defense pretty weak. I'll have you a hair above the donkey. The donkey probably could pass you up. But we'll see. And number 1, I have... Who do I have? Hawkeye, the guy that made the trade. Because now, Hawkeye, even though I had you number 1 before, now you're really number 1 on your division. You got Matt Stafford and Calvin Johnson and Mike Wallace, who will play. I mean, give me a break. He's not going to sit out. And Jordy Nelson. And your receivers, D'Angelo Williams is your worst one. You got Adrian Peterson with Toby Gerhart. And you got, who's your other one? Is that it? Maybe that is all you got. Yeah, that's all you got. Jonathan Dwyer might step in for you. Owen Daniels and the Seahawks defense. So your team's number 1. But I had to do that. I mean, your division pretty much, I don't think no one in your division is going to even get in second place overall. So don't worry. The Royals division. Biscuit butt. You have a busy life and you don't spend much time. You might spend some time on looking up stuff, but you took a real risk on Jones-Drew and you didn't even get his backup. Jones-Drew may come back, but I don't think that owner's going to have make him play much for the first few weeks or something. I don't know. So you got Eli Manning, which I'm never a fan of, even though he has 2 Super Bowl rings. I'm just not an Eli fan. Matt Forte and Jones-Drew and Jonathan Stewart. Pierre Thomas might actually step up and do a little more. And then you got Danny Woodhead for me, so he'll get you some receiving points if you use them. Your receivers, Pierre Garcon and Vincent Jackson, are going to be your workhorses. And Gronkowski will be your big stud in the Eagles' defense. So, I mean, I'm sorry, man. I'm not seeing a championship. Not seeing it. But hey, you could win that toilet bowl and not have to pay much again the next year. Devils 3. Got you at number 3, Devils. All right, Devils. Number 3, you got Philip Rivers and Chris Johnson, Willis McGahee and Evan Royster. Well, and Isaac Redmond, but I don't really know if he'll be that healthy. So you got 2 decent running backs. One that looks like he might start. This Evan Royster kid looks like he might be the starter. Your receivers are pretty all right. Hakeem Nicks, Larry Fitzgerald, Denarius Moore, Lance Moore, tied in with Jermichael Finley and the Steeler defense, which is also getting a little old. Not too bad of a team there, but still not the top. Who's number 2? Is it going to be me or Dirty Engines? Okay, it's me. I don't have me at the top. I got Drew Brees. I love that. I got a running back I've never had before, Ben Jarvis Green Ellis. I hope he does all right. I got Steven Jackson, Kevin Smith, Beanie Wells, Ryan Williams. I'm loving my depth at running back. And I even like my receivers. Not much of you probably would, but I love it. Roddy White. Yeah, I think you would. Roddy White and Colston and Malcolm Floyd. Dude, I'm loving this team. I just think there's another team in there that's better. I might be playing against them in the championship game. You never know. I like the Niner defense. I got them. Jermaine Gresham, he's going to be good. Unfortunately, there's a team I like a little better. Yeah, Matt Papa. I like your team. You got Matt Ryan. You got Fred Jackson, Ray Rice, Cedric Benson, Rashad Jennings. Oh, I forgot Doug Martin. You got a rookie, too, that could be really good. You got 4 good running backs that should be all right. You got Robert Meacham and Steve Smith from Carolina. You only need 2 receivers. You're going to be playing 3 running backs the whole time. Even on bye weeks, you have not one running back. No, you got Fred Jackson and Ray Rice on the same bye week. So on that bye week, you'll have Cedric Benson, Rashad Jennings, and Doug Martin. You're going to be all right. In all cases, if Rashad Jennings isn't running, you'll have Dami Amendola. Your team's going to be just fine. Vernon Davis, your tight end, and the Falcons defense, which should be really good this year. So I love your team. I like it just that much more than mine. To the Chiefs division. because you said you couldn't make it to the draft last second, I think that screwed you all up, buddy. So that's why I have the Cardiac Kids at number 4. Aaron Rodgers obviously is going to take you places. Last year, the Donkey had Aaron Rodgers and Jordy Nelson. That was pretty much it. And he got it all the way to the semifinals. So, or wait, did he get to the semifinals or did he get to second place? He either got third place or second place. I can't remember which. But I know he won money, so he got at least third or second. So anyway, he's got Aaron Rodgers and Marshawn Lynch, Trent Richardson. That's pretty much it for running back. Receivers, Demaryius Thomas. Now Reggie Wayne's going to be a stud, possibly. Antonio Brown, Miles Austin. So you got good depth at receiver. So your running backs are going to be a little struggling. And I'm not big on the Giants defense, so that's where you are. Ryan. First down syndrome. Welcome to the league, buddy. After that nice 6-hour drive home from St. Louis, you made it just in time for the draft. And you got Jay Cutler over Tony Romo. I still don't get why you took Jay Cutler over Tony Romo. Oh, wait, you live in Chicago. Duh. And you got Robert Griffin III. And you got Andy Dalton. Nice. So your running backs, Arian Foster and Donald Brown. Michael Turner, and what round did you get him in? The second or third round? You must love Michael Turner. So anyway, Arian Foster, Donald Brown, Michael Turner. Not too bad. Dwayne Bowe. Now you can cheer for the Chiefs in Chicago. And Dexter McCluster. That cracks me up. Crabtree and Michael Floyd. Deshaun Jackson. So you'll be doing Deshaun Jackson and Dwayne Bowe. And maybe Crabtree or Moss. Why did you draft both of them? I guess in case one gets hurt. I mean, that's not a bad idea. Then you got Jimmy Graham, which that's a nice, sexy pick. Janikowski and the Jets defense. So your team isn't that bad. I'll give you that. I will give you that. It will be a contender. But not a contender for the championship. Just a contender for the playoffs. Doozies. I got you number 2. You got good trade bait here. Tom Brady or Tony Romo. Running backs is what you need to trade for because you got Peyton Hillis, which he should be good, but how many points will he really get? Mendenhall is you also have, when he comes back, will he be really, really healthy to be good enough? C.J. Spiller and Darren Sproles. I have a feeling Darren Sproles is going to get a little less load this year because he's getting older, and Mark Ingram seems to be getting a lot better. And receivers, you got Greg Jennings and Greg Little and Austin Collie and Dez Bryant. So, I mean, the receivers aren't too bad. I think they're going to get good numbers. Not great numbers, just good numbers. Kyle Rudolph is a good sleeper tight end. He's looking to be a big stud this year. But I got bad influence beating you. Matt Schaub is really his only weakness, I think. Well, okay, here's what's up. If you look at bad influence's team, he loses one guy, he might be done for the year. But his starting roster is pretty tight. I think almost every one of his starting roster lineup had a season-ending injury. Matt Schaub is his quarterback. Jamal Charles and Darren McFadden are his running backs. Percy Harvin, he didn't went out for the year, but he deals with migraines, you know. Percy Harvin, Andre Johnson, and Victor Cruz are his receivers. So I'm wondering, every year a main giant receiver always goes out for the year. Is it Victor Cruz's turn? We'll see. Aaron Hernandez, and then he's got the Texans defense, which I still don't get. I can't wait to see the Texans defense because everyone's big on the Texans defense, and I just don't see it. Who do they have that's so phenomenal? Anyway, but you also have the Bills defense, so that makes up for it. They should be pretty good. So all in all, the team I like the best, that has the best chance to win the whole thing, is my team. No, I'm joking. Dirty Engine, I think the Hoppers team has the best chance to win it all. I hope I didn't jinx you. Anyway, the draft was pretty good, except for a few little hiccups with, I don't know, a couple people taking way too long to draft. So that's why my next draft I imposed a time limit, which, next year, I think I'll be imposing a time limit. Okay, so get ready, Lehmans. Talk to you later. Have a good year, and I hope you all lose but me. Bye.